starting back here, our next question that we're going to ask is the proportion of small footed people that can stand on their foot for 15 seconds or longer comparatively to the proportion of big footed people that can stand on their toes for 15 seconds or longer. So what we need to find is we need to find the proportion of big footed people. Well, I guess not the proportion. We need to find um, who is considered big footed and who is considered small footed. And then on top of that, we need to figure out if they're able to stand on their toes for longer than 15 seconds. So, what we need to do here, and the easiest thing to start with, um, would be taking all of our data and sorting it by gender. And the reason that we're going to sort it by gender is because we're actually going to take this data and move it into two new sheets. So, we're going to take the women here and oh, okay. We're going to take women and move them here. Let's just space it out real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing that. Oh, okay. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. But we're going to take women, put them here. Let's take this and make sure it's not clockwise. Um, and then we're going to take the men and we are going to put them into the other sheet. So we want to sort this. The reason I'm sorting it again, so this way I can keep these titles here easily. Z to A, and that should give us all of our male population. Uh, yep. All right. So we're taking that and we're gonna move it onto this sheet here, and we're just gonna space. I don't know how I did that last time. Hopefully this is the way I did it. It is. It is the way I did it. Okay. Cool. So now we can get rid of some things that we don't need. So we don't need handedness, and we don't need any of that. So we can delete all that. And the same for this one. So we don't need handedness, and we don't need any of these. Um, the reason that we're not taking, so one thing you might think about is if we're going to be looking at small footed or big footed people, and we're looking at shoe size to determine that, wouldn't they have to be wearing shoes? And we're going to say no because we're not looking at how a larger shoe affects it. We're looking at how a larger foot or smaller foot affects it. So that data to us is not actually important, even though you might think it could be. So from here, what we need to do is we need to add um, 15 seconds or longer. And also, we're going to insert a column here that says um, foot size or big or small. Um, and now we're going to take all this data, and this is just women in this one, and we're going to sort it by shoe size. And you can see that's going to sort it, and it's going to keep all of our data the same. We determined that if you are under 8.5, you are considered small footed. And we're going to take that and we're going to highlight it. We're going to drag it up. And you can do the same right here and drag it down. So anyone that's 8.5 or over is considered big footed. And of course, this is just for our women. And we're going to do the same thing for the men or the male population. So we want big or small and 15 seconds or longer. And we're talking about standing on toes and shoe size. Um, so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to sort this. And we're going to sort it by shoe size. So we sort it by shoe size, and we determine that Men and women, of course, have different average sized feet. So we're going to say that men, to be considered big footed, are over size 11. And if they're under size 11, so it's 11 or over for big footed and under 11 for small footed. So we can do that pretty easily. We want to make sure that our language is the same, and I'll check that when we combine them again. And we're actually going to combine them in this next step. We can keep them separate and then do column C, but it actually doesn't really change anything. So let's take a sheet, make a new sheet. Let's take all of our data here, and we're going to copy. We're going to move it into this sheet, and then we're going to do this again because this seemed to work last time, and we're going to make sure they're all the same. Okay. I love that you can do that. And now we're going to take all of our male population, and we're going to do the same. So we're going to take them here, and we're just going to copy and paste them in. And now this is a little bit different and a little bit trickier. So because we're looking at 15 seconds or longer, it doesn't matter if it's 15 seconds on the left foot or 15 seconds on the right foot. What matters is, were they able to stand on their toes on any foot for 15 seconds or longer? So what we need to do is we need to sort by, we're going to sort by time on left foot first and figure that out. And then it'll be really easy because then we can just sort by the other one. And then fill in the blanks. So we have 15.38. So that is over, and 14.9 is not over. So we're going to write yes, because anyone here can stand on their toes for longer than 15 seconds. Even though you might see 5.63 in row 90, they still were able to stand on their toes for 15 seconds. It's just on a different foot. So we're just going to drag that and pull it down until our final column. And we have that. And now we are going to do the same thing again, where we are going to sort by time on right. And we're going to take this, and we're just going to drag it down from here. It already says yes, because that's someone that was able to do it on their left foot. So we're just going to drag that down, because this is going to fill in the blanks of all the people that were able to stand on their right foot for over 15 seconds, but not their left foot. So that fills in all the yeses. And now this is the final step, and honestly the easiest part. So we're just going to sort again. We're going to sort by 15 seconds or longer. And you can see it's going to sort everyone that was able to do it. And then these are the people that were not able to do it. And you just drag that down. And no. And that is completed information all here. So let's give one more sheet, because what we can do now is we're just going to do this. So these are the two things that we want. This is in the middle right now, but it's easier just to leave it, and then we can delete it here. And that is our proportion of small or big-footed people that can stand on their toes for 15 seconds or longer. And let's just sort it one more time, and let's sort it by big or small. And there we go. That's everything that we need to then put it into StatKey to find our proportions.